Want some candy?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I hear you looking for candy, man, bitch.
Give me some sugar, baby. Like scary movies.
Want some candy?
What's up, candy killers? Welcome back to another episode of Monster Candy Podcast and another episode of CAGED. That's right, we're back with another episode of CAGED with myself, Streaming from the Memphis Murdermen, Oubliette Sparks from the most famous ska band in the world, Tsunami Bomb, and back again.
What's up, y'all?
back again on some mushrooms, so it might get weird. Charlie Price from Steadfast and Valhalla Cinema.
What's up, guys?
What's going on? All right. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the 2023 Chris McKay fucking take on Renfield. And that's the name of the fucking movie, Renfield.
Renfield.
But I don't know. Before we get into that whole thing, because it's going to be a thing, I think it's time we talk about some
horror news.
That's right, horror news, motherfuckers. So,
Blah, blah.
who's got some horror news?
I mean, I do, but I was waiting to see if Mushroom Man did. Yes, first.
I got nothing.
Charlie's like Mr. Anti-horror news. That's his thing.
He hates it so much. He's the one that knows anything about it.
Yeah, I only have one little thing because I was looking up some stuff and there was nothing that I gave a shit about except for like one little thing. So I hope you're bringing your A game on the horror news, Oubliette.
I mean, you'll probably be interested in my horror news.
All right. Then,
or should I call it horror news, E?
Yes, horror news.
Now we're talking.
Hell yeah. I hope it's about who I think it's about.
Oh, it is.
Yes. It is. Go for it.
Da, 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 da.
Baby.
This one's about your wifey.
My future wife.
So I don't know if you know, but she's in the Blade, the new Blade.
Yeah.
She's the main female. So it's supposed to start filming in like a couple of days, and they just changed the director. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. So a guy named Michael Starberry was doing it. I just did not look him up to do research because I don't really give a fuck since he's not part of it anymore. But they brought on Nick Pizzolatto, who did True Detective, who is very talented.
Well,
so it could be.
We'll see.
I feel like it could be good.
I mean,
I don't know.
She'll probably look hot. And if anyone doesn't know who we're talking about Mia Goth. Since I don't know why or how this even happened, but
he's in love.
I'm in love with her. She's batshit crazy and I'm fucking into it. So last night, Oubliette starts sending me some text messages and, interviews with her.
As I do.
Yeah. And I'm watching them. I'm like,
so for context, they came on my TikTok and I thought they were actually those silly overdubs because I follow all the overdub accounts because that shit cracks me up, especially like the political stuff. And this voice she had was not the voice she has in any of the movies. Even when she is British, this voice was like the voice you make when you're making fun of someone with an annoying voice.
No.
It was like, hello, governor, what's going on? Just like over the top, like nasally high British.
Oh no.
And all the videos were her just like being fucking not crazy, but like weird. Like
Just
one,
weird.
she's just like staring off and not listening to questions and like.
And then she's like, "Oh, sorry, blah blah blah."
But I have to say that part didn't freak me out as much as because I knew she was young. But seeing her without makeup, I mean, she looked 13. It was gross.
Yeah,
Sorry, but she really looks 13 or 14 in those videos.
I don't even see what she looks like. I'm just like, she's fucking insane.
Yes, if she's married to a very insane person.
Yeah, I was like,
So that would track.
I was like, she's fucking crazy, and I'm in love. And then of course, Oobly, that's like, ugh. I'm like, dude, I don't know why.
I
It's
mean,
it's
it
completely
happens.
insane, and I want to marry her. So
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
kind of freaky
So,
looking.
yeah, everything about her is
Hey.
fucking crazy.
but you know what? The thing I love about her is that she'll actually go out without some of her makeup because her eyebrows are like mine, and the fact that they're completely clear
Right.
and people look fucking crazy without eyebrows, myself included. So they don't leave my house or even like my bedroom sometimes without drawing my eyebrows on because it just looks like a demon. But it's also kind of cool because if I want to freak people out, it's like real easy because I could just have my own face.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the few times I saw some pictures of her, I'm like, does she not have eyebrows? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then I, had to really look. And I'm like, oh, they're there. They're just white, but it just makes her
Yeah.
look insane. And then her personality is
Makes
fucking
me feel
insane.
better about myself without makeup. Thank you.
Like, there's not
But
too
it's
many
true.
celebrities that I want to meet or like that I'd pay to get something signed or get a picture taken with anymore. But if she's
Mhm.
ever at like a Monster Palooza or anything, oh, I'm so getting a picture with her. And I'm gonna tell her. I will fucking tell her that like, I think you're awesome, but I also think you're batshit fucking crazy. And I love it. And it's either gonna go one or two ways. She's either gonna be like, oh my
And then
God,
we're
that
reading the headlines about Shia LaBeouf killing E.
yeah, maybe. I'll fuck that dude up.
No, he would do something shitty like poison you
Yeah,
or, you
probably.
know.
But I don't know what it is. Ever since fucking Infinity Pool, I'm like, what is wrong with me? I just like
No, that's totally, I can explain that. I think
what?
you can explain it too. Why you liked her after you watched Infinity Pool?
No, it wasn't even the pervy stuff. It was like when she's
I'm not
yelling
talking
at him,
about pervy stuff.
when she's driving,
I'm
when
just,
she's riding on the roof of the car, and she's just like, and just acting odd,
yes,
awful.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not you typically
Because
into like
people manipulative,
angry.
controlling women.
No, I'm not into that at all. That's the thing. I'm just
I
like, you're
think people
fucking
think they
crazy.
aren't, but they do that a lot.
Yeah. No, I've managed to stay away from all of them in my dating life. But
The crazy ones?
well, crazy. Oh, fuck no. They've all been
Oh,
nuts.
like, good
But
job.
just the control like the controlling ones.
There's hey guys, secret. There's no such thing as
Yeah.
non-crazy ones.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, no. No,
We're
they're
all
crazy.
crazy.
Yes. Yes. It's just the controlling ones I've managed to dodge. But I just picture Mia Goth just sitting around like making a sandwich and then just out of nowhere like
Stabbing her
fuck,
own hand.
and just stabbing it and you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like it's scary but kind of exciting at the same time. Oh well.
So you guys heard it here. The man who hates almost everything
Yeah.
wants to walk down the aisle with
Yeah.
Mrs. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, well, he better watch out. Coming for his lady.
We could pen him a letter.
Good.
That would be the gentlemanly thing to do.
Right? Oh man.
keep it toned down.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that horror news. We'll see how that turns out.
Mhm.
I mean, switching up directors. I guess it's
Last minute.
well, I guess it's better to do it last minute than like halfway through like it. So
Like, what the fuck is the other one? The DC With the
Oh,
stupid
yeah, yeah,
Zack
yeah.
Snyder remix.
Mhm.
Ugh, bad. Okay. So
Yeah.
that was number one. Number
Okay.
two is a shorty. There is a brand new
This one's for my
energy
shorties.
drink. Yes. There's a brand new energy drink called Never Sleep Again Slasher Energy. And it is a brand made to quench horror fans' thirst. I'm sorry because I just think it's so fucking funny.
I mean, it's something.
It's
I don't
so
know.
as a commercial, you need to look up and their first flavor is citrus carnage because that was the best they could come up with.
Well,
And in case you guys are wondering, it has 116 milligrams of caffeine, but it's also fortified with a blend of vitamins and nutrients to help support
oh,
your
sure it is.
physical and
Right.
mental performance.
Yeah.
It's low carb too, so it's good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just need to watch their commercial and you need to just look up their advertisements. But it's funny because they interviewed the guy asking how he came up with this and thought it was such like unique and be successful. And Sinatra, who's the guy's name who owns it, says, "We believed that the market was really lacking a horror-themed energy drink and saw this as an amazing opportunity to bring something new, fun, and incredibly innovative to consumers."
Oh.
This poor man's never been interviewed for anything in his life. That's what he decided to say about naming a horror drink slasher energy.
Yeah.
He sent this interview to his mom.
Buddy, it's an
and
energy
dad
drink.
and 30 cousins.
There's millions of them.
Wait, I'm with their Instagram. The drink for Jim and horror film enthusiasts is what it says.
Wow.
I mean, why? I hope he makes a bunch of money, but what? What are we doing?
What I don't understand is he says that his goal was to create a product that not only tastes great, but provides a boost of energy and pays homage to the Hispanic community.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I'm so confused. I had read that part of it. I don't know. I don't see anything Hispanic in here.
I don't.
Oh my God. I know why. Look at the artwork on the can.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh
yeah,
no, I thought graffiti. Yeah.
Look around at their Instagram, man. It makes
it's the lowrider.
Right.
Stuff. Well,
what?
Anyways, that's that.
Okay.
And I had to share it because I took the time to read about it briefly, so I wanted to share that.
And it's fucking ridiculous. That's why.
All of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Oubliette. The one thing I got, so apparently Halloween, like the original Halloween movie, is getting its own board game, like a legit board game from Trick or Treat Studios. So, you can be different. Can you be different people? I don't know. Let's find out. It's this one versus many game by renowned designer Emerson Matsuuchi. Is the first time the original Halloween movie has been made into its own board game. The company explains. Yeah, it was the night he came home, and one player must take on the role of Michael Myers, which is cool. It's always cool when video games or games make you like Jason. Did Friday the 13th have that one? Did they just come out with one not too long ago where you could actually be Jason and you had to go kill the people?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's a Friday 13th game too, where you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They made another game where you can be like all of them.
Right.
And you can either be them or you can play the victims hiding.
Right. Yeah, this one, the others will control Lori and her friends as they scramble to find weapons, the kids, and a way to escape. Their task will be made more difficult because Myers can only be seen when you're looking right at him. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway. So
I could see
Cool.
how that could work. That could
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, for all you little board game enthusiasts out there and horror enthusiasts and lowrider enthusiasts, make sure you have your fucking citrus carnage or whatever the fuck it is, energy drink. And
Totally.
yeah, orderly Holmes.
I'm sorry. That fucking quote is just so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. I'm gonna
Oh,
get
there's-
stuck on it. I need to set it free.
Set it free.
I gotta set it free. I don't want to, but I have things to say about this energy drink, but we're
Yeah.
good.
Maybe we can get him to be a sponsor.
I mean, we can tag him, sure.
He'll send you like a case.
Dude, we
And
were
I'm
totally talking about your energy drink on this episode.
Our
And it's just
podcast.
us just talking shit for 15 minutes.
He's gonna ultimately be a fan
Yeah.
that actually listens.
He's like, dude, I know. Like, can you believe people bought that bullshit thing I gave? Like, yes, I can believe that. And that's awesome. I'm glad you made some money off it. Anyway, yeah. All right. No one else has any horror news, right?
So if you are listening, we are fine with advertising your product and also maybe doing some sort of collab as long as you name flavors after all of us. And we have last editing rights.
There you go.
Shoot us an email.
All right. That's been bloop, 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 bloop. All right. And I hope you enjoyed that horror news, everybody. But now
They did.
we're getting into the Scotastic
Yes.
horror comedy action thriller Renfield, starring Nicolas
Renfield!
Cage. Yes. All right, so let's talk about what we liked about the movie first.
Aren't we supposed to do a synopsis?
Oh yeah, that's right, because I forgot the last time.
Dude, we just crashed into an iceberg already. We haven't even the ship's already fucking going down.
All right, do you have one you want to read, Oubliette?
Yeah, sure.
All right, go for it.
Because I come prepared and I know the order of which we do the podcast. So Renfield, the tortured aide to his narcissistic Nicolas Cage boss, Dracula, is forced to procure his master's prey and do his every bidding. However, after centuries of servitude, he's ready to see if there's a life outside the shadow of the Prince of Darkness, Nicolas Cage.
There you go. All right, yeah, let's talk about what we liked about it first. Charlie, Mr. Mushroom Man.
I loved the movie. It was campy. It was people dying from the beginning. It was
True.
I loved it. It had a lot of ska references, even better.
Yeah.
No, I fucking love the whole movie.
I've never seen
nothing bad to say.
I've
was
never
so
seen
good.
Charlie this happy about a movie.
It was so great. I just sat there. I laughed the whole time. Thought it was great. I thought Nicolas Cage was awesome. Dracula. He looked awesome.
Question.
Hmm?
Were you under the influence of anything? when you saw
None.
this?
I was completely sober.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally love the movie.
I have a question too, Charlie.
Yes.
Were you listening to Scott either on the way to the movie or leaving the movie to go wherever you went afterwards?
Yes.
Mhm. And I rest my case.
Oh fuck. All right, well, I guess that's Charlie loves everything about it.
It was great.
Just nothing bad to say. Nothing you didn't like about it at all.
Not at all. Loved it.
Holy
Not-
shit.
Absolutely
What?
loved it.
No criticisms, no minute little maybe a color you didn't like. No.
All right.
Nope. Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. All good for me.
Jeez.
Mr. Price. Okay.
I know.
All right. Oubliette, what you like about it?
First, I love that this is the first movie that Nicolas Cage got to play one of his characters that he always dreamed of playing.
Yes. We love that for him.
Because he was Dracula, Superman, and then Captain Nemo, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Captain Nemo. Well, no, those were the three. So when he started acting, that was his goal to play all three. So he was going to be cast in Dracula, but because it was Francis Ford Coppola, and that's his nephew,
Right.
they had just done Peggy Sue Got Married, and they fought the whole fucking time. So the studio actually wanted Nicolas Cage for Keanu Reeves' part, but then Keanu Reeves was really pushing for Dracula anyways, and Francis Ford Coppola was like, "Fuck you, you're not going to be in this movie."
I
So
oh man, that would have been a way different movie.
it would have been all no, yeah, it would be a third Point Break. Um, so so I know how serious he takes himself and his method and his acting, and it just cracks me up that he, in his he did Superman with Tim Burton and never got released. I think they even started filming part of it, or it was like right before. But so Nicolas Cage like never does support acting roles, if you haven't noticed.
Right.
That's probably why he will go to shitty movies when he's not that popular, because he'll just only take leads. So this was like one of the first movies he didn't take a lead. So for me, in my sick little heart, I loved that one of his dream roles or dream characters to play made him have to actually like take a little steppy down
Be a supporting actor.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought he did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I have always loved the movies that read more graphic novel than movie, as far as like their scenes and, especially the fight scenes, like how you see things that aren't necessarily like they're kind of linear, but it really seems like it's just kind of flashes of important parts like a comic book would have. This had it, and I really liked it. I do say at times it went a little too far, a la movies like Crank, where you're
Right.
just like, wait, what? Like, it's like, I'm fine upping the violence and like being silly, but occasionally in this, I found certain things being like, like,
Mm-hmm.
like it wasn't campy. It was almost too much. It got gratuitous. I loved the color schemes and the cinematography. Like, I loved when you finally saw Renfield's apartment, that it was like this pastel
So
affirmation
great. Yes.
poster. Like, yeah, and he had the best sweaters in it. I want them all, but possibly in a different color scheme. I like that they really, again, like a comic book, like characterized every character, and like all the visuals followed that. So when you're in each different location, everything looks different.
Yeah.
And blood.
There's lots of
blood.
Yeah, it was what it was. Like, I enjoyed it as far as watching it. Like, I wasn't like, this is fucking dumb. But for some of the same reasons that you just mentioned, like, Nicolas Cage, even though he was, I guess, technically a supporting actor, he caged it up. So what I really remember is Nicolas Cage as Dracula, and just him being Nicolas Cage being Dracula.
That was my favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was just a shit show. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
See, not to me. I definitely think Renfield stood out.
Yeah, he was there.
And the mob boss's son.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Schwartz.
Like
What's his name?
That was
Ben-
a
Ben Schwartz.
character.
Ben
And it was funny
Schwartz.
because the second I saw him
he's
in
hilarious.
the first scene, he showed up in just his hairline and he was wearing black. And I'm like, okay, this guy's definitely going to end up being a vampire, because they're already like giving him that look.
Very foreshadowing. Yeah, it was cool. It was amusing. I like Cage doing his thing. The blood was cool. It was what it was. What I didn't like about it is something that you also mentioned, Juliet, is that sometimes it just got a little too much. Like, the action was fun for what it was.
Yeah, but they could have cut out time of things we didn't need to see.
Yeah, and of all the kills were ridiculous, which I appreciated, especially when they're in the apartment and the cops come and they're doing their whole thing, and what's her name is holding the one cop off the like off the balcony, and then
Uh-huh.
he
Yeah.
jumps from the upper level down to the other cop and he just rips off, but it's all slow motion and he's just like, oh, I'm like that made me fucking laugh. So,
Same.
it was fun. Um, one of the things that bugged me so much is Aquafina's posture is fucking terrible. And I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
stop looking at it. I'm like, I just like I would keep straightening up in my chair. Like I'm like, oh, that just makes my back hurt. Like, stop that. But there's that. And
Yep. But it reminded me of the woman from Saturday Night Live back in the day that did that stupid character that did that same stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them, but I think that's just her natural posture. I'm like, you should know better. Fucking shoulders back,
Well, it
straighten
also
up.
reminds me of like the Abbott and Costello type stuff and like
Oh
the
yeah,
Three
yeah,
Stooges, like the over the top kind of body shape comedy, might be what she's doing. But yeah, her neck's always out too far and her shoulders are dropped.
yeah. I'm just like,
It is
it
weird.
just makes my body hurt. So I'm like, fucking straighten up.
I see. I think it worked because she's like the awkward, do good, like cop that like shouldn't be a cop, right?
Yeah, the
She'd get
reluctant
run
hero.
over. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. I think it worked.
yeah. I mean, it was fun. I was upset that unless I missed it, there was no title card, like title screen in the beginning. They did it at the end, which was real fucking cool because it was like the Dracula,
Mm-hmm.
but it just said Renfield. But yeah, I was like, and when I go to movies, I like to take pictures of the fucking title screens on the fucking big screen. It's a thing I like to do.
But
And I'm just like,
couldn't you
Awesome.
do it at the end?
I didn't know it was coming up at the end. I'm like waiting, like 5 minutes go by. I'm like, gee, what the fuck? 10 minutes go by. I'm like, because movies do that now. They'll do like a whole fucking, 2, 3 scenes before
Mm-hmm.
they decide to introduce the movie. And then like after 15 and it started pushing 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, it's not coming. I'm like, all right. And then I just wasn't prepared for it at the end. I was like, I'm like, oh, that's a rad fucking screen. You should have popped that up in the beginning. So that bugged me. I mean, there's nothing I didn't really hate anything about the movie. It just
Mm-hmm.
was what it was, you know. So what about you? What else did you hate, Oubliette?
I mean, there wasn't much I hated. Hate such a strong word. You too old to get in that
Disliked.
hate cycle now. Um, I've there were just like a couple of continuity issues, which
Oh,
I feel
I
like is
all right, go
silly
ahead.
to bring up for a movie like this.
That's why I
Say it.
didn't
What is it?
I
No,
didn't
say
put it
it.
down here, but I was like,
You know what I'm talking about.
there was a few of them. The one that really bugged me, I'm like, okay, so she just got chased by the cops and like shot at and got shot and had all these things. So all the cops know she's like wanted, and it goes by, and then she pulls up in a fucking police SUV that she just went to the police station and picked up. I'm like, wait, everybody's looking for you, and you just nonchalantly and casually just strolled to the fucking police station and grabbed a fucking SUV. That doesn't make any sense. And then they're just kind of like hanging out at whatever outside cafe, having coffee and talking about stuff. I'm like, when they actually say like everyone's looking for us and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, outside in the open in the city that the cops are looking for you in is probably not a good idea. But then I had to pull myself back and be like, it is what it is. It's so I didn't want to be
Right.
too nitpicky, but it bugged me for sure.
Well, again, though, too, when I say the kind of graphic novel style, I would totally see something like that, like people running, like bloodied, whatever, and then all of a sudden they're like sipping coffee on the city street
Right,
talking
right.
about what just happened. So, like, I do like that level of camp. It was it was just the stuff towards the end, as far as, which is like this in almost every Dracula movie I've ever seen, or any movie with this kind of lore, is like, what exactly are the rules for becoming and making a vampire?
Right.
When do you die? When do you become a vampire? When does the sun hurt you? When does the sun not hurt you? When does a blanket protect you? Or do you actually need to be like below the earth? It's like, this one didn't have a lot, but there was definitely some inconsistencies in the last little bit of it, which, again, is like every one of these movies.
The blood thing, the healing powers of the vampire blood. I was like, huh, that's a new one. I don't know if I agree with that, but whatever. It's a caged movie, so I'm just going with it.
That's true.
But yeah, there were certain things like that I'm like, all right, me being just cynical and like, oh, I got to nitpick. I'm like, that doesn't make, and in the realm of a movie not making sense, that doesn't make any sense to me. But Charlie's like, fuck you guys.
I didn't expect it to. Nicolas Cage is fucking Dracula. It's not gonna make any sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting some like deep good movie. It was just
what? How dare you?
Thoroughly entertained.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't not entertained. It just was what it was for me. Like, it was funny. There's some funny things. I mean, personally, I would have liked it to be less of like an action movie, because it was way more of an action movie than
it was John
movie.
Wick with vampires.
Yeah. With barely vampires, with like 2 vampires.
True. With Dracula, I guess.
Yeah. So I would have preferred it to be actually like more horror. But I really did like in the beginning when they were going through, the decades or whatever, and it was showing him in black and white and all that. And he was
that part was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Very Hammer, Christopher Lee Dracula at times. And the one part where he turned around and had the teeth, he was very London After Midnight or The Man Who Laughs kind of looking. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of rad.
I think originally they wanted to make it the sequel of the 1930 something one. But then they ended up not. They dropped some scenes that would tie it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I felt like would be a really weird flex to kind of do.
But it
like,
could
let's take
also
one of the
probably
classic ones and like paste this right on the ass of it. I mean,
could have
I'm
been
for that kind of
hilarious.
thing. And
Yeah.
that would be one of the times I would actually like to have a teenage child near me, because I'd be like, we're going to watch 2 movies together. 2 of my
Yeah.
favorites. Dracula 1 and Dracula 2. Just so they could be like, oh my God, she's insane. And I'd be like, no, that's Mia Goth. That is Mia Goth. I am not the insane one here. Jesus.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Now I'm kind of like, I wish they would have just done like a fucking sequel to that, to see Nicolas Cage in black and white. Like, real, I feel like that you could have really camped it up, and it could have been like Abbott and Costello type deal with him in it, which probably would have been hilarious. I might have liked it more.
I agree.
But
well, of course, you like everything in black and white better.
Sometimes. But I just feel like that would have been even more perfect for Nicolas Cage to really like old timey camp it up in that type of movie. Like,
no, in those clips it looked great. So those clips are kind of what they were thinking. And what it sounded like in one of the interviews was that it might go to color at some point, but they kind of wanted to like flow it right out of that movie, which would have been interesting.
Right. But I appreciate it.
But not so Grand Theft Auto anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah. Man, what could have been? Or maybe they'll do like a prequel to Renfield where it fills in the gaps from then and the original.
Just all you have to do is write Nicolas Cage a letter praising how good his portrayal was, and just say, it was weird though, because I kind of thought you guys implied Or maybe I'm mistaken that you were going to do like 12 different variations of this movie.
It would be rad if they just started going backwards. Like Renfield 2 was, 30 years before then, and fucking Renfield 3 was 30 years before then till they got back to
his origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, legitimately, if you mailed that out, it would be like a graphic novel. You would mail it out, and all of a sudden, like, your mailman would just hand you like a big check being like, come make this movie with me. And then all of a sudden you're with Nicolas Cage and all these sound stages and you're living your dreams. And Mia Goth is there. And
Oh my God.
she's Renfield, and it's crazy.
One can dream.
She probably does eat bugs.
Dude, who fucking
Definitely, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Oh, leave my baby
Actually,
alone.
she's listening to this podcast right now, pulling a cockroach out of her mouth and being like, what the? Yeah, I do.
What
Like,
the hell?
yes.
Yeah, in her little fucking.
Wait, how did we both miss a British accent just then? We both went Dutch, and I don't know why.
Because we're ridiculous right now, and it's hard to focus on accents when you're cracking the fuck up. It's hard to do an accent when I got a huge Mia Goth boner right now, guys.
Sorry, Mrs. LaBooth, if you're listening to this right now. We know you are, in fact, not Dutch.
Yes.
Possibly you have some Dutch heritage, but we did not know that, and we weren't making fun of your people or you. He really does love you. So
probably into
sorry.
Dutch ovens.
If she is listening, I don't know, she probably sniffs ass, so it's fine.
Fuck yeah.
Probably still getting in there if she's listening.
Let's get weird, Mia Goth, me and you. Fuck it. Shia LaBeouf could be there too. I don't care. I am down. Eating bugs, sniffing ass, talking in Dutch accents, whatever. Eating chocolates.
Oh, fuck.
Nicolas Cage in the corner dressed up as Dracula. Oh.
Blah, 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 blah.
it's like
Renfield.
Oh, yeah. So, all right.
Wow. Apparently, Charlie sent mushrooms to all of us.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
It's
We're
a
getting
caged
like a
episode.
contact high.
That's what happens.
Oh, dude, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Dude, Cage probably sent out his nanobots.
Probably.
They're probably all inside our eyeballs and nose and brains and mouths.
It's been too long, and he's like, we got to make this a good one. So he's all, yeah. Let's rate this. Awesome.
Good job, Cage. You thought
Awesome
we'd all
thing.
give you a big score if you got us fucked up, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
These nanobots in my brain? Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah. Charlie, out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a solid
Sexy
4.
Ooh. Sexy Mia Goth candy corns.
Little tiny ones.
I will let Mia Goth go many places, but she's not going to the candy corns.
Fine. You'll always be my candy corn, Mia Goth. So 4. All right, Charlie. You did love this movie.
I absolutely loved it.
Damn. All right.
He's also just like happy. Look at his face. He's so
He
happy.
is.
Look at you,
Like,
happy
I don't-
Charlie.
I don't know if it's the mushrooms or if it's just Renfield, the movie, that's making you so happy right now.
Getting us the sillies?
A little bit of both.
You gotta shake the sillies out.
Oh hell.
It's such a contrast from The Lake, where Charlie's like, what the fuck? This fucking movie?
Yeah. It's exact opposite.
Or Salo, where he's just like, like we had to send him to therapy till it.
Yeah, you guys have not brought me in
to
one that's just like this is it's all extremes, one or the other.
Uh,
Eventually, they'll be like one of us, like, yeah, that's cool. We had some good stuff, some bad stuff. No, so far it's like, what the fuck
Yep.
on either side of the
And
spectrum.
that's perfect because that leads us into the real episode we're having right now. We're about to send you an email, Charlie. It's a 10-minute snuff film, and we're going to review it live.
We may or may have not been filming it, but
You got to find out. And
Yeah.
you got to find out which of us has someone in your closet right now.
Oh boy.
I like that Charlie knows me well enough that he's like, she's not telling the truth about the snuff film, but I wonder if there's somebody here.
In my closet. Yeah.
What say you, Oubliette? How many you giving this?
I'm going last.
Okay, all right. I will give
No.
it out of 5 sexy Nicolas Cage Dracula candy corns. I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not a bad 2. I liked it, but I mean, it was what it was. You know, it was.
It's not a terrible 2. It's
Yeah.
just a kind of
Yeah. You know,
not
I
living
have-
up to expectations kind of 2.
yeah. I have seen people like totally shit on this movie, and I don't know how you could, like, unless you
Because
completely
it's
went.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun and it's amusing. There's some funny stuff in it. Nicolas Cage is being Nicolas Cage as Dracula, which is pretty hilarious at times. Unless you just totally went into it thinking it was going to be a completely different type of movie. Like I have no way that I can even comprehend in my head how you could like be like, it's such a fucking terrible movie. I'm like, dude, you're just an unhappy person. If you hate
I
the
could.
movie.
If your favorite movie is Dancer in the Dark, this movie's a piece of shit to you. If Requiem for a Dream is the kind of shit that just like makes you feel inside, this movie's gonna be a pile of shit.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
If you watch Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and you were like, fuck yeah, let's go, this movie would be a pile of shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming. I actually am not sure what it's about, but I'm assuming because it's Sisterhood of the
I was like,
Traveling
have you
Pants, it's
actually
about
seen
meeting.
that?
No, but what I take from the title, and maybe I'm wrong, is that it's about women who want to travel together and they all are cool with whatever pants they're wearing since they don't bring a bunch of luggage.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen it, so sure. We're going with that.
No,
Sounds
I'm
like a
serious,
horrible fucking movie.
Well, I remember the posters and it had jeans on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe they like travel and only bring one pair of pants. And it's like this thing that they're world travelers and like, we're not girls, we know how to like not change clothes like the dudes do.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
That could very well be true. I have no idea.
My brain also has issues. I apologize.
One pair of pants for a fucking month. Everything smells like fish.
No, everyone
Disgusting.
has their own pair of pants, but it's like one. And they travel. And when women are friends, they're not friends, like they're sisters.
Oh man, this
Yeah,
sounds like
sisters.
a really awful movie. Holy shit.
Oh, you're looking it up? So am I right? Just tell me. Come on. Tell me I'm fucking right. Tell me I'm right.
While wearing the pants, Lena nearly drowns, but a local Greek boy, Costas, rescues her. Blah, blah. She learns from her grandmother. Well, their families are enemies, so it's like a Romeo and Juliet. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I like Oubliette's version better.
Yeah, absolutely. Way better story.
So if anyone would like to fund that movie, I've got a great screenplay in mind.
Yeah, it's the fucking decade or era of remakes, so just remake that in your own vision. A new
Screenplay
take.
written by ChatGPT, so we're good.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have them make the movie too, so it'll be good.
There you go. All right.
Face melting is a big part of my Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
All right. Give it to us, Oubliette. Your
2.5.
score. What was that? 2.5?
2.5.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I
An
totally
average
get
of like almost 3
that.
because of Charlie's very high score.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Charlie's overinflated score that I don't know. Yeah.
Charlie is just so happy that he's not watching people eat shit or
Yes.
or overact in a weird Twin Peaks version of Godzilla.
Yeah. And I mean, it did make way more sense than the lake. So, yeah, I get it. I get it,
That
Charlie.
it did. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
There it is.
And there is a lot less shit eating in this movie
Yes.
and
Yeah.
pedophilia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
This is true. This is all true. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I don't agree with people.
Everyone should definitely go see it.
Definitely. Well, yeah, you'll have fun. If you go with people too, you'll crack up. So yeah, I don't agree with people absolutely hating it. I also don't agree with I've also seen this, but this is like the toxic positivity of the horror community where everyone's like, "Oh my God, this was so fucking amazing." Like it's fucking Scorsese or some shit. Like,
no.
calm down, guys. Pump those brakes. I mean, it's fun and you can like it and think it's awesome, but if everything can't fucking be awesome nowadays, which it is, they're like, "Oh my God, this movie is awesome and that movie is awesome. Oh my God, these movies are amazing." I'm like, you're fucking lying. Stop it. But
No, it's not.
yeah. See, and that's why we like Charlie, because he could love something but be objective about it.
Are you just talking for me now? Or did you mean we, like you were two people? Because I just need some clarification on that.
you know, Charlie, I'll stick up for you. I don't know, maybe Mia Goth is already getting into my soul. And maybe I'm two people now. Who knows? Maybe soon it'll be 3. I'll start.
Just
since
click-
they are
Just click the
since
little
they
link
are
in the
getting
chat.
married.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, go fucking see
The
it,
Mia
everybody.
Goth, or however the fuck she says her name in E, support you, Charlie.
And also, I can start talking like Tiny Tim. Hello. I'm like, this is screaming. And I'll have a ukulele and wear a diaper and shit my pants and just be weird. I think we are all
Can
on
I
mushrooms.
have some more?
Yeah. Oh my God. Can't. This episode's
I'm
fucking
sending Charlie
ridiculous.
the videos right now because it's so bad.
Oh,
I
no.
seriously thought they were dubbed. Sorry.
Should
we? I think we already ended the episode.
I don't think we did yet.
This has been such a great time
God.
with you guys. What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're listening to it.
Going on. There are a lot of cooks in the kitchen when it comes to nominations.
Cooks in the kitchen nomination.
And
I love it. Oh, I love her so much.
Recognized. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that either. But I think that's true. I think a lot of people know that. And I
Nope.
I love her. I love her so much. It does sound like she's an American.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
Anticipation.
It sounds like she's an actress trying to do a terrible British accent.
It
This
does.
one's gonna be good.
ending so suddenly. Blue was blue. Somebody you never met.
The fuck?
Oh,
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I love her so much.
That's gonna be my new obsession.
See?
Oh, dude.
It just gets in
Trust
there.
me. No, I kept.
Suddenly, blue, somebody you never met.
I want to sample it on like every song I do forever,
Oh.
but I'm not sexually attracted to her, so
I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with that voice.
Never know.
I wish I want her to
never know.
I want her to wake me up every morning
Sudden year.
with a song. I love it. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and fucking pushing through on another episode of Caged. And
You guys made it. You made it.
did make it. And you guys will also get an email with a snuff film that me and Nubia may or may have not directed and or filmed and shot and produced. Anyway.
Nicolas Cage.
Join us next time for another episode of Monster Candy Podcast. And thanks again to Charlie for fucking dealing with us. And Charlie's the one on mushrooms.
Not really.
When Charlie said, "I'm on mushrooms," he secretly meant, "Oh, you guys are on mushrooms and don't even know it." Thanks
I
to
found
me.
someone to drug your food.
Yep.
All out of bubblegum.
Well played,
Well,
Charlie.
hello,
Well played.
Mr.
Well played to you,
Fairfield.
Candy Killer.
I hear you
See you guys next time.
Candyman, bitch.
Give me some sugar, baby. You like scary movies.
Uh-huh.
Want some candy?
Groovy.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight? We don't have to be mean.
Yeah, Jack Burton just looks that big old storm right square in the eye and he says, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Your move, creep.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.